Okay, so welcome to another deep dive. And today we're doing something a little different.
Okay.
I found this question scribbled in my notes, and it's really got me thinking. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul Netflix time.
Wow. That is really cryptic. What do you think it means?
I mean, it's definitely intriguing, right?
Yeah.
We've got Mike Tyson, an absolute legend in boxing,
Right.
and Jake Paul, an influencer turned boxer.
Yeah.
And then we've got Netflix, the streaming giant. And then there's this element of time.
Yeah, Netflix time. That's a really interesting piece of it.
I don't know where to begin.
It's like having a few pieces of a puzzle,
Yeah.
but no box.
Okay.
So we know there's these key players, but how do they fit together?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this note, I immediately thought about you and your work on the history of combat sports
Yeah.
and how the media portrays athletes.
Oh, interesting.
So my first thought was, could this be about a potential documentary on Netflix?
That's a very plausible theory.
Oh.
I mean, we've definitely seen Netflix produce some really great documentaries about, big personalities, especially in the world of sports.
Yeah.
So a film that explores the rise of Mike Tyson, who came up in, the golden age of boxing,
Yeah.
and contrast that with Jake Paul, who's really a product of the internet age and influencer culture.
Totally.
That could be really compelling.
Yeah, and it would totally fit with that whole Netflix time element.
Right.
Like, remember that Untold series?
Oh, yeah.
We were hooked. We
Yeah.
spent the whole weekend just glued to the screen.
Absolutely. So maybe this note is pointing to something like that, another really captivating documentary.
Yeah, definitely a possibility.
But there's also this other layer to the time aspect.
Okay.
A documentary could delve into, the different eras that Tyson and Paul represent,
Yeah,
not just in boxing, but in media and celebrity culture in general.
that's a great point.
I mean, Tyson became famous before the internet even existed,
Right.
before social media, and, Paul's entire career is built on it.
Yeah, it's like they come from completely different worlds.
Exactly. And to see those journeys juxtaposed, that would be fascinating.
Absolutely.
It'd be a real study in contrasts.
Yeah, so we're talking about two individuals whose careers are tied to this idea of time.
Right.
Not just their impact on their respective eras, but also how their legacies have played out over time.
Exactly. And Netflix time could also refer to the platform's power to, revive interest in past events or figures.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it with documentaries like The Last Dance, which introduced Michael Jordan to a whole new generation.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So maybe this note is suggesting a similar kind of revival for Mike Tyson,
Yeah, okay.
with Jake Paul there as representing the current state of boxing.
So even with just this one little phrase, we've come up with so many interpretations.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It could be about a fight, a documentary, a commentary on fame, and how boxing has evolved.
Right.
And this idea of Netflix time ties it all together.
It really shows how a simple question can spark so much thought and discussion. It's a good reminder that curiosity starts with, a simple question or observation.
Yeah.
The real adventure is exploring the possibilities and connecting the dots in unexpected ways.
I love that. So maybe this deep dive will inspire you all to take a look at your own notes and questions. You never know what you might discover. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.